In 2020, Noble Schools committed to becoming an anti-racist organization. For more than 20 years, Noble has been committed to college success, and we have led the way in sending thousands of Black and brown children to college. And we know we still have so much more work to do. In this process, we've heard from over 5,000 voices on what to prioritize and how to go about our anti-racist work. In the last several months, 300 stakeholders, including our principals, teachers, staff, alumni, students, and our parents, worked together to redesign policies and practices, from our vision and core values to our student dress code, to align our practices to our commitment to anti-racism.
Given the last few years in our country and the world, it has really become evident how important it is for all of us to be on the same page about what matters and what we believe.
This past year, our team was charged with examining policies and practices that may result in racist outcomes and experiences for the Noble community. To really not only examine the practices and policies, but then come up with a solution. Meaning we had to then redesign new practices and new policies that got us closer to our goal of anti-racism at Noble.
It was about, are our policies and practices racist? And if so, then what do we do about it?
Without any identity framework at all, we kind of imagined what our identity framework would look like today if we were just starting from scratch.
Going through this very tough process at times of breaking down some of our systems and norms to think about how we can do it in a way that was certainly more equitable and certainly more inviting to the stakeholders that we serve.
Our process was collaborative. We had stakeholders from across the network on our team. We looked at what other high schools were doing around the country and here in Chicago.
We met periodically. At first, it seemed to be an overwhelming project because it was a lot we had to tackle. Within time, we were able to share experiences from a parent's perspective, administration, and teachers.
I really hope that our team's work is going to lead our students to have better choices and outcomes in the future.
We hope that our students feel safe and supported. We hope that our students feel a sense of belonging in our classrooms. I hope that that's also true for our teachers. I think ultimately all of these products are designed with students in mind, but we also have to make sure that that lives throughout our buildings, throughout our network, so that all of us feel that.
Whether it be student experience, community engagement, academics, what we did as a team was really just like hyper-analyze it from a number of different angles.
In the past, people who didn't fully know Noble see Noble in some ways as the former embodiment of a lot of what was wrong with schools, the embodiment of, in fact, anti-Blackness and racism.
It is my hope that with these changes, it will be a place where my Black boys can be seen and affirmed and loved and safe.
We need to have more flexibility to be engaged and involved. Parents are all different. Every household is different, every student is different.
Our commitment to anti-racism matters because it is morally right and just, and the right thing to do for our students.
Because the time is now.
It matters right now, and it matters always.
All of us, we see what's happening in our country. We're truly at a turning point. This is an opportunity for us to change things for future generations.
We have a unique opportunity to provide a model and example of how this can be done.
So if Noble can do it, then everybody can do it. And I hope that that's what we do for others, that not only do we do this in our organization, but that we serve as a model for others, that we can actually change things.
I want this to really be a commitment. If we're not doing the work, then what are we doing here? Lives are at stake. My hope is that we are actually committed in the long term. Once all the buzz dies down, that we still show up every single day and do what's right, because that's what it means to be Noble.